I'm okay to talk. I just finished my last house,
All right,
so
nice.
it's pretty awesome. How are you?
Yeah, I'm
How's
good.
everything going?
Good. I'm good. Yeah. Thank you so much for allowing us to interview you.
Not a problem. I'm out here for 7 hours a day.
Mm,
I'm walking 8 miles. I see, like I told you, over 1,000 people,
mm,
plus more cars driving by, whatever. And it's just people aren't taking it seriously. Um, and I'm trying to protect myself from them. I'm
right.
trying to walk away because they don't realize, like, I still, they like you, they walk up to you and you start backstepping and they still walk towards you. You know what I'm saying? Or they'll meet you
Yeah.
at the door and say, "How's everything going? Oh, you guys are still delivering mail." And while they're doing that, they're like standing a foot away. Like,
Mm,
so I'm very friendly person. I'm very outgoing, like, but now is not the time. Like through the window, say hi.
mm.
Um, a lot of people will greet me through the window. They'll wave. Their kids will wave, which is awesome, incredible. Some people aren't taking their mail from their mailbox because they're afraid that their mail might have stuff, and I don't blame them one bit.
What does it like kind of make you feel to see these people who aren't taking it serious or are oblivious? Like being someone who still has to work.
It stresses me out because there's nothing I can do. I can't walk up to them, tell them to go back in their house. I'm not a police officer, nor can they tell people to get back in their house yet. But it I'm more worried about not myself because I feel like if I get sick, maybe I'm one of the 98% that recovers. I'm more worried about me having it and then going home and then my mom getting it and then my mom giving it to my aunt who's in the older, like our parents who are in the older crowd or your grandparents or whoever is in your house who's ever had cancer, who's ever been sick from another disease, a pulmonary issue. And that's what stresses me out more because I'm not saying I'm 100% safe, but I'm in that age bracket where it doesn't hurt us as much. I'm not immune to this, but the people walking around, they're really putting at risk of those people that they never physically come in contact with. Three
Mhm,
people away, four people away, five people away, and that's the issue that I think we're running into right now.
mhm. Yeah. Is there anything that's like outright changed for you kind of in your day-to-day life in your job?
Yes. Number one, I as a mailman, I get to see many people every day, and people don't realize this, but a lot of people come up to you with their problems. A lot of people have mental health issues and substance abuse issues, and they just want somebody to talk to, maybe for a few seconds, just to get it off their chest. And we are that. A lot of people walk up to you and be like, "Oh, you don't even know them," and they'll tell you their life story. And we can't do that right now. And and it's going to get worse for those people that can't get it off their chest. Like they can't go see a neighbor, they can't tell them, like, this is what's going on. And a lot of people maybe that have that substance abuse or whatever, they get out of the house and it just they could focus on something else for a while. And now they don't have that.
Mhm.
So I think mental health of my customers are going to deteriorate. I'm not the only one they talk to, but like I I can't stop and talk to them. I'm sorry,
Mhm.
I can't talk to you right now, uh, um, and that's changed because one of my things I do all day is talk to my customers like nonstop, and that's changed. I have been delivering nonstop with gloves on, and before it was because of paper cuts, and now it's just so I can't transfer anything
Mhm.
to my body. So what happens is a lot of people wearing gloves, but what they'll do is they'll wear gloves and they'll touch their cell phone. They'll touch a pen. Well,
Yeah.
guess what? When you touch the glove, when you remove your glove, you're going to touch those same things. It's like cross contamination with salmonella. Like you have to be careful. That's my job. When I'm in the office now, I'm wearing a face mask just because my coworkers are so close to me. There is
Mhm.
no like space.
Mhm.
And I'm just trying to keep as far away as I can for older people because a lot of my customers are old. A lot of my customers, believe it or not, their kids don't come to see them. Like it happens in a lot of, I've noticed in the richer part of the neighborhoods, there'll be like a 80-year-old person in their house and their kids won't visit them until the day they die to take their house or whatever. So a lot of them used to talk to me, you know, hey, how you doing? Like I was the only like talk, and you know, I can't get close to them because I don't
Yeah.
even know my job if I'm sick right now.
Mhm.
I'm
Right.
not showing any symptoms, but I could. I could spit when I talk, and that can
Mhm.
land 3 feet away
Yeah.
because I'm a
Like
spitter. So my job has changed because I have more businesses that are closed and they're just
Mhm.
walking away. Then used to be a business had to call and be like, "We're going on vacation, hold our mail," and it's just they're walking away from their business.
Right.
So we're just taking care of that for them. I, these mom and pop shops are, I believe, like almost paycheck to paycheck. There's not a lot of capital. They're not McDonald's. They're not Amazon. They don't have $1 billion to go. And I don't want to see them disappear when I go to deliver mail, like all a bunch of empty storefronts. I
Yeah.
really hope that they're there in a month or two. I go to a bar every day. I drop off the mail. They let me use the bathroom and they give me some water, and they're not even there. And I'm so used to
Right.
that 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 it's weird every day not doing that.
Mhm.
And so it's tough.
Mhm.
It's tough. Being isolated from my customers is kind of weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of us are the first line of when something goes bad. We're the first ones to call 911.
Mhm. Right.
This
Yeah.
person hasn't picked up their mail in days. They're 90 years old. Like they pick up their mail every day. Or I smell gas. Or, I could see through the window. It looks like someone passed out. I mean, I've called 911 so many times. They're like, "Hey Abner, how you doing? What is it today?
Yeah.
But
That's such an
like a lot of
important
times,
part though. Like that I
yeah,
think that a lot of people don't really realize or understand like that's the part of your job, but it's a crucial part of it. Yeah.
it's crucial. We see things that people don't realize, that we see slight changes in people's behavior,
Mhm.
and we know something's wrong.
Yeah.
We know something's wrong. And I mean, there's been countless mailmen that have saved lives of people, because they've called and said, My elderly person like has not come to the door in 2 days, and they've
Mhm.
been knocked out on the kitchen. I've called in gas leaks before where people are asleep in the house and they
Wow.
come and break the door down. And one guy said his dog turned on the stove, and I was like, "Oh yeah, your dog left the stove on. I believe that." I can smell gas, and like I feel bad because I call in the fire department and I'm like, whatever. But then you find out like this person would have died
Yeah.
had you not been there. So that we're out there. We're I think we're about 200,000 letter carriers going to almost pretty much every address in the U.S.
Mhm.
And I mean, what could happen is one letter carrier could get infected. It could affect the whole city for mail stream.
Mm.
This guy gets sick, then the guy next to him gets sick,
Mhm.
and so we have to protect ourselves so that doesn't
Mhm.
happen. We can go out every day.
Is there any like surprising or positive moments that you've kind of had during this time, like especially because it's really stressful, things have changed, like anything that surprised you, made you
I
smile?
have had so many people come to their window and say, "Thank you for doing what you're doing." I think a lot of people say all they get is junk mail and all they get is like, they say, "Oh, junk mail, garbage, bills," but it's a change in the pace. They've been watching TV for 20 hours straight. The kids are running around the house. They're not used to it. And the mailman comes by and like, "Hey, how you doing?" And they're like, "Oh, thank you for everything you've done." Just keep going, stay out there. Like people I don't see all year just thanking me for
Mhm.
staying out there. I don't know if it brings a little change of pace what they used to in the
Mhm.
house. I thought it'd be awesome to be staying at home all day, and then I realized on last Sunday it's not. You know,
Mhm.
Somebody handed me a chocolate bar the other day and was like, I cleaned the outside, but they were like, "Thank you for everything that you do," and I was like, You're very welcome." I appreciate being appreciated. You
Yeah,
know,
that's
the
good.
uh, yeah, people are I've seen mailmen that have gotten gifts as hand sanitizers and bags and said thank you very much. There's signs on people's window. Thank you very much, mailman, for coming every day. Some people put out stuff for the UPS guy and the FedEx guy and the mailman, like potato chips and drinks, and say grab whatever you want. You know, and that's pretty cool change of place. I mean, in the summer you get a lot of people offering us water, but like they're just leaving out drinks and stuff because we're going to the house and they get a
Mhm.
little bit of change and they're very happy to see this. That's the most like coolest thing I think going on right now is just people saying all they're doing is saying thank you, but that's awesome.